Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome to the hashtag Lockboss Show and Giveaway. I tell you what, here in just a few minutes, we're going to get this show fired up where we're going to be going over the post of the week, the comment of the week. We're bringing on Ryan from Cutaways, who makes those beautiful CNC padlocks. I was trying to not ask him too many questions ahead of this so I could learn with you. It's more fun that way. So we'll do that. And then, of course, we're going to be announcing this week's 5 lucky winners for Lockboss season 3.15. So just want to say hello to everybody there in the chat. Hope you all are all doing well on this Tuesday evening. Now, of course, I'm going to copy paste the link in the chat for the after show. You can come after the show's over. You can head over to Jimmy J's Discord, and a bunch of people are just hanging out talking about, I don't know, locks and everything else, maybe just about everything else. So feel free. You are welcome to come and join. Now, I have a little bit of breaking news that I wanted to share with you. Okay. And it's kind of two-folded here. And the first part of it is Y1 keys. Let me give you a quick update, and then I'll tell you why it's even more important here. Let's see. All right, so we are officially down to 2,046 Y1 keys. So I have to, definitely give you all your flowers for buying all of those, because I tell you what, we had 46,000 a while ago, and you guys have chewed through those essentially at our cost. So that's really cool. And well, they're back off of special. So congrats to everyone who took advantage of them. Those who didn't, well, I'm sorry. But which leads me to the breaking news. And the breaking news is just a little bit ago, I got an email from JMA, and effective immediately, there's going to be a 25% price increase on JMA keys. So I just go to say this. It's going to take us a few days to update our pricing to reflect that. And so if you want to save 25% on any key of your desire, definitely now, between we get done updating the several thousand SKUs, you're going to want to buy some. Okay. And yeah, so who knows? Hopefully not all for too long. It won't be that way forever, hopefully. But I'm just here to break the news. Okay. Here to break the news. But one last thing is, thank you all so much for all the purchases over the past couple of weeks for the plug spinners, the A1 plug spinners. We sold out. I thought we had plenty of them, and but we have more coming. So make sure you sign up for the email, and the email on the page to remind you when they're back in stock. And well, we'll get one headed your way. So anyways, whew, that's a lot. So G Keyman 565, JMA. Well, JMA is a multinational company. Headquarters is in Spain. And I think they have 6 manufacturing facilities, including Mexico. And that's where I think Spain and Mexico, don't hold me to it. Okay. I'm a reseller here, but I believe JMA USA gets their keys from the Mexico plant, and then also the Spain plant. Okay. So who knows what the future holds? You know what I know. That's how we like to do it. Right. So anyways, hopefully that answers your question. All right. So now, Julio, we do have a guest coming on here in just a few moments. So I need you to, no picking on the guest. You only get to pick on me. Okay. So I just want to be clear on that. Okay. And this is live on the internet, so I have record. Okay. But all right, well, hey, let's go ahead and let's hop into today's show. All right, here we go here. So Lockboss comment posts of the week. This one comes from Mike D. Says, Thank you and the CLK team for all the great, awesome wins I received. Thank you, Mo from Lock Labs as well. I was extremely fortunate for all the wins. I'm not going to post anything with the Lockboss, #Lockboss for a couple of months to allow others to be as lucky as myself. Thanks again, Mike D. Mike D, hey, congratulations. Really cool to see that Auto Pro Pad G3 chilling back there against the wall. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So congrats, Mike, once again. And thank you for sending the picture in. Really appreciate it. And remember, if you're winning too, send us the winnings, especially last week, all those $500 winners. We want to see what you got, what you hooked yourself up with. All right. All right, here we go. Comment of the week. This one comes from AK Jeeper. Says, I love being able to see everything inside. I would say these locks are a functional work of art. I'd love to have some for talking pieces on my coffee table. Yes, absolutely, AK Jeeper. I tell you what, I could not agree more. So pretty cool stuff. All right, pretty cool. But all right, so here in just a moment, I'm going to bring on Ryan with Cutaways, and I'm excited to learn along with you about the Cutaway padlock. So without further ado, let's bring on Julio. Can you get us a little drum roll for Ryan? Can you do that? Okay, really what I was hoping for. But Ryan, anyway, how is it going?
Hi, thanks for having me, PJ.
Yeah, thanks for being on. So we met, when was this? Early via phone from Mike. Was it early January?
I think you're right. Yep.
And I heard about these beautiful cutaways that you make. And let me open this one up here. And I tell you what, they're a true, sincere piece of art, if you ask me.
Oh,
so this is the Abus one right here. And I actually have a lot of different questions, but I kind of want to start out with, and by the way, for all of you watching, if you have a question, go ahead and throw it in the comments and we'll do our best to answer it. But so Ryan, how did you get into the business of getting these padlocks and CNCing them?
Well, I've always been into lock sport, like a lot of us, and I was on one of the Discord pages, and they actually have a like a section of cutaways, and so people were showing off what they made, and it was a lot of one-off type stuff, some real ad hoc type stuff as well, done with a Dremel or files. And I looked at that and I thought, well, I can make those on my CNC and I can do a great job with them, I'm sure. It's a little different than your average CNC process. You know, you're not starting with just a piece of stock. You're starting with something that's already finished and anodized and hollow on the inside and has moving parts. So there's some challenges there. But yeah, I got everything set up, started making one, kept getting emails. Now make this one, please. Now make this one, please. And on we went.
Yeah. So if you wouldn't mind, can you kind of walk us through the process? So you get a real lock, right? They're not fake. They're real. I'm guessing you completely disassemble them.
That's right. You have to completely disassemble them. You know, you do the lock body and the cylinder separate, of course. And then you have to reassemble everything, clean everything up, of course. It's all full of aluminum shavings. So you got to make sure everything's nice and clean and reassemble everything. So there's some hand time in there, definitely, not just machine time. The biggest challenge probably that there's a few other cutaways out there here and there. They don't bother cutting out the actual core, you know, the actual plug. They're only cutting out the Bible essentially. And the reason they do that is because it's easy. But it's not as interesting for me because you can't see the key pins, you can't see the key. You know, all you're seeing is the driver pins up there in the Bible. So I took the time to go the extra mile to do that on every one of my cutaways. because people seem to really like that, and I really like that too. So
Yeah, it was one of the big surprises. Where like when I got one in my hand and pulled it apart here, I'm like, man, that is nice. That is really nice. So I'm guessing when you first started doing this, you had to kind of guess and like was it did it take a lot of times to get it perfect like this?
it does. It's a lot of time with the caliper, a lot of time with the machinist rule, and then you just do your best and take a shot. And usually, you're off by a quarter inch here and there, an eighth inch here and there, and you got to make some adjustments. So you definitely, when you introduce a new model, you go through quite a few. And I'm also a perfectionist, so I'm not going to let something come out of my shop that's not pretty close to perfect or perfect.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, there is a lot of time invested in with calipers and a lot of time modeling the lock and everything like that. Definitely.
Yeah. Now, from what I've seen, Ryan, from the sales that we got, of course, I wasn't quite sure how they were going to sell like something like this, right?
Mm.
It really feels like sincerely, as a person who kind of geeks out on locks and keys and stuff, like it really feels like too nice to touch almost. I'm like, I just want to keep it beautiful. But I was really surprised how immediately when we put them on the site, within a day, without any announcements or anything, or 2 days, we essentially sold them all. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. And so I'm curious, like I'm guessing the Padlock 90A Pro is the most popular.
I think it is. I think it is. It's also the most difficult for me to make. Reassembling that thing, if you've ever done it, is it's very finicky and challenging. So yeah, the Padlock, I got a ton of emails about it. My first two models were that American and the Avis, but I started getting emails almost right away. Do this 98 Pro, and I had never even had one. I'd only heard of Padlock, so I got a hold of one, and then okay, it's 7 pins. It's another Lotto lock with 7 pins.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's probably the most in demand of the bunch so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Now we have some questions coming in here, and let's see here. Nick's Lock asks, can Ryan's cutaway cylinders be rekeyed normally?
Absolutely, there's no issue. You can rekey them to your heart's content, no problem.
Yeah, it's one of the beauties of it, right? Is that if you want to practice any sort of entry method, it'll really make you a pro by the end, right? With these and being able to pin them up differently, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see here. Robert says thinking about getting one of these cutaway padlocks for my grandson's birthday present. That's cool. That'd be probably no other grandson has got one for a birthday present. That's for sure.
Right.
James, how's it going? Says any videos of production?
I should make a video production. Yeah, it's interesting. I think you learn some things, even if you know some things about CNC machining. It's different. It's definitely different than your standard CNC process.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I would love to. I mean, if you ever decide to make a video like that, like we'll for sure share. I mean, I want to watch it first and foremost, but be more than happy to kind of share that for you. Let's see here. Another question. Ryan, what is your production time for the Avis padlocks? Is that, yeah, I guess, yeah, that's.
Well, it's done in two separate operations. You got to do the lock body and then you got to do the cylinder and assemble everything. How long does it take me to do each one? Well, I'd say an hour machine time and then some hand time. So when I get going, I can crank them out. So
Yeah.
Don't worry about me running out or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you're probably by this point an expert in assembly, disassembly, and reassembly.
Oh yeah, I feel like I could do it blindfolded at this point.
Oh man, that'd be a fun test, actually. That'd be a good YouTube video, Ryan.
Right.
A question here says, can you do an IC core best type lock?
I can do any lock where the cylinder is actually removable. So yeah, I could do an IC. I could do any of those. That's the main thing, though. A lot of padlocks have a to where you cannot remove. The lock body itself is the housing for the cylinder springs and driver pins. So those are almost impossible to do, but I've done them as a proof of concept. But yeah, I can do any lock in which the cylinder can actually be completely removed.
That's cool. That's really cool. As a matter of fact, have you ever seen a SFIC core
Oh yeah.
cutaway? Have you?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, at least off the top of my head, that I've actually seen one. Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. Another question here. How about mechanical safe lock cutaway?
I have not tried those yet, but that's another thing that's kind of on my list. I have seen on that Discord page that I mentioned earlier, some people have cut away theirs kind of as a one-off. Nobody's actually selling them that I know of. That's another thing on the list. When I get time, I would like to give it a shot.
Sure. Yeah. How long have you been doing these for?
Since about August of 23.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I started off doing that American 1100, and then just kept taking requests. People kept sending me emails and messages, and now do an Avis, and now do this, and now do that. So that's how my lineup has gone, just based on suggestions.
Okay. Yeah, it says I'd like to order one of the IC padlocks. Well, that's a good one. Hey, if you ever want to do an IC core, I guess the question is let's just talk about this for Ryan. Like, what padlock do you think would be in high demand with a SFIC core in it? Do you have any?
Oh gosh, I couldn't say. I'd have to look at that and see what other people have. I'd have to check that out. I haven't thought about that too much.
Yeah, I mean,
yet.
Technically, you could do one of the existing ones that is just SFIC, right?
Right. Yep. As long as it would. Yep.
We could do that. Very interesting. Yeah, very cool. Now, Ryan, since you come from the lock sport world, I'm really curious. What is your favorite lock pick brand?
Oh, I guess I started with my my Sparrows. That's kind of where I started, so I'm kind of used to that. So yeah,
Okay.
every one of their picks pretty much. Of course, I got some Covert Instruments, that newer stuff that they've just come out with. That's pretty cool. Peterson's, those are great. I'm just so used to my Sparrows kit that I bought a few years ago when I got into this that I've kind of grown attached to them. So I guess you could say that's kind of my favorite at this point.
Very cool. And you have a favorite pick?
Nah, just my Sparrows medium hook is probably my most go-to pick.
Okay. Yeah, I've been super obsessed with the bogies lately.
Okay.
I don't know why, but when you put one of those in a cutaway padlock and you see all of the pin action that happens, it just makes me just really happy on the inside, But yeah, interesting. Well, cool. Let's see if we have any other questions here. Oh, yeah. What do you think about a 8345?
Yeah, that's also been on my list to do. I've got a long list of things, and yeah, I've seen other people do cutaways of that, and yep, I do intend on doing one of those.
Cool. Yeah, it's by far the most popular padlock we sell.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. The 8345s are like a staple kind of in the security world with, pick your poison on what keyway you want. And, it's kind of have at it both brass and aluminum body. So pretty cool. Well, shoot. Yeah, it's wonderful, Ryan. I really appreciate, so the cool part is we didn't really get to meet until just a couple minutes before we hopped on live here.
Right.
And is there anything I'm missing that you want to talk about?
Not really. Can't think of anything too interesting, I guess you'd say.
Okay. I guess there's a question here. Ryan, can we where can we send requests for specific cutaways?
Oh, if you want to send me an email, it's just ryan@cutaways.store. Send me an email, or you could just drop a link on here, post a comment what you'd like to see, or send me a message on Discord @Cutaways, and I can usually make it happen. I try to stay away from, the $200 locks and the abloys and all that, because the R&D cost is just too high. I try to stay with something a little more affordable. I'm not going to spend $500 going through these while I figure out the dimensions. So
yeah, that's a good point. And even with the SFIC, right, you would have to have all of the capping. I mean, that's going to take a few more minutes than assembling one of these.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's really cool. That's really cool. Well, yeah. So if you want to contact Ryan, you can at ryan@cutaways.store. Is that right?
Yep. That's right.
That's really cool. It's really cool, Ryan. Well, hey, I just absolutely love these things, and I'm really happy to be partnered with you in selling them. And yeah, it's really awesome. It's really, really a cool thing that you've done. And I've personally never seen a cutaway this beautiful before. So,
oh, thank you.
Pretty awesome. Let's see here. Jimmy says, it's a rabbit hole, Ryan. Soon you'll be doing those too.
Right.
Right. Everyone's like, oh, you have a CNC machine and you like to do those? Here's a box, right?
Yeah. What I get is a lot of requests for people that have like their vintage lock. They have one that means a lot to them. It's very old and rare, and I always turn that down. I'm not going to remember how many tries it takes before you get it all dialed in on the machine. And I always tell the people, no, I'm not going to ruin your heirloom lock that you've got by trying to experiment on it to come out with something good.
Yeah, so, right. Yeah. That wouldn't be a fun phone call afterwards, would it?
Right. Sorry, it's off by about a 1/4 inch here, but looks okay.
That's good. That's good. Well, hey, Ryan, hopefully one day you'll make a video of you making these things. It'd be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I'll consider that.
That's good. That's really good. But well, perfect. I mean, I really appreciate you're on what time zone are you in?
I'm in Missouri, so Central.
Central. Okay. Yep. So it's a couple hours ahead, a little past dinner time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really appreciate you taking the time to come on and hang out for a little bit and really talk about Cutaway padlock. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So, all right, Ryan. Well, hey, I'm sure we'll be sending some emails back and forth here. In the meantime, have a wonderful Tuesday evening.
Thank you. You too, PJ.
Sounds good. Thank you. We'll see ya. All right. Well, very cool, man. I tell you what, look at those beautiful padlocks right there. That, in hindsight, when I did that video, I wish I would have taken apart the pack lock instead of the American. But I don't know. Maybe we'll do it in the future. But anyways, all right. Well, hey, let's keep going. Make sure you, if you're interested, check out the video if you haven't already seen it, as well as we have those available for sale if you would like to buy. So, all right, Julio, thanks for your best behavior, minus the weird drum roll that you did. But I think you know what time it is. So let's go ahead. This week's 5 lucky winners. All right, now before we do, let's make sure we get on the same page on what to do if you win. You want to email us your shipping info to sales@CLKsupplies.com or call us at 800-848-6989 and we'll send your gifts soon. How to win. All you have to do is comment on our videos with the hashtag Lockboss. Winners will be chosen from comments on the previous week's videos for our weekly giveaway. No purchase necessary. My favorite part. All right, with that being said, here we go. Winner number 1 this week is Sky GH. Congratulations. Winner number 2 is Paul Morris, 8205. Congratulations, Paul. Winner number 3 is Lock Leisure. Congratulations. Winner number 4 is Auto Lock Shop. Congrats. And last but not least, winner number 5 this week is James Buddha. Hopefully I said that right, James. I apologize. I did it in public school. So forgive me if I didn't say that right. James, congratulations. All right. So that's this week's 5 lucky winners. Of course, we still have just for a little bit longer our Lockboss Locksmith for Life full zip hoodie going on. You could buy it, but why buy it when you can get it for free on order of $250? So, well, shoot, there you have it. That's the show this week. Let me cruise right around here and check out the comments. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in and hanging out. Now, make sure if you want to come join the after party, you can do that. There's a link in the comment section. You can click on the Discord. If you haven't already, you can just do it, and then you'll get invited in. You can join the voice or video chat, as well as just kind of a chat that kind of goes on throughout the week that Jimmy J, our friend over at Iowa Lock Doc, puts on. So it's always a good time. It's always a good time. But all right, everybody. Well, hey, I hope you all have a wonderful and safe Tuesday evening. And of course, we got, I see a comment here really quick. Adrian, what's up? He says, any other price increases you know about? Yes. Major is happening right now, or I think the April 1st. Abus has a price increase due to the tariffs. I can't remember if it's the 1st or the 15th. So that's going to be coming up. It's not on I don't think it's a flat rate thing. They said it's individual products. I haven't got a chance to look at it yet. Let me see. There's been a few other price increases actually. ASP just had a increase, but they said there could be another increase due to the tariffs. And I feel like there is one other kicking around. Okay, Compex had one at the beginning of the year, but I guess it's March now. Time flies. But all right. Well, yeah, hopefully that's helpful, Adrian. But I'm sure probably we're going to see more in the coming days. I'm probably the most scared, not with key blanks, but actual like hardware. Can you imagine a $70 grade 2 lever being 25% more? That'd be pretty wild. So I don't know. Of course, I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know what I know. And well, until then, maybe I'll see you in the Discord, maybe not, but I hope you all have a good one. All right. So Julio, you know what to do, and leave a little bit of tunes for everybody. So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you. We'll see you next week.